So what we're going to talk about tonight is the perfect lead magnet. This is a question I get occasionally. People want to know what makes a good lead magnet and how you go about creating one. So we're going to go through a little quick presentation tonight to give you a little more insight on what makes a good lead magnet and how you can go about creating one. So first off, let's talk about what a lead magnet is, just in case you're new to list building and don't know exactly what I'm talking about. A lead magnet is a content piece offered as a gift on a squeeze page, which is some people call an opt-in page, to entice someone to subscribe to a mailing list first before receiving the free gift. In other words, it's offered as a gift to get somebody to subscribe to your list, so you're offering them some sort of an incentive for joining your list. And they call it a lead magnet because you're actually giving something out there to the leads to attract them to joining your list, is where the term lead magnet was coined. Now there's different types of content that can be used as lead magnets. The most common ones are either short reports or ebooks, which are both usually in PDF format. Sometimes you can offer lead magnets for PLR, which would be in Word doc format or open source doc format. But most of the time it's already culminated into a PDF. Videos and audios and e-courses, software, and then even resource lists make good lead magnets. So let's talk about each one of these just a little bit, just so you got some sort of familiarity about what a good lead magnet is. When we talk about free reports, we're usually talking about little short, quick reports that are, anywhere from 5 to 20 pages long, that usually are on one specific topic or tip or whatever, and they expose or give insight into a resolution to a problem of some sort. These usually offer some sort of clear value to the readership, and a few examples of them might be like ways on saving money, helping them to get into better shape, or teaching them how to get a date or how to ask a girl out or something like that. Those are examples of lead magnet, short report lead magnets that you could create. Now, when you create a free report like this, you should try to stress that they are exclusive and that you're the only one that will offer them this particular report. In other words, you want to try to make it seem like, this is something they can only get from you. Then you have the ebooks, and the ebooks are usually, they're some sort of introductory guide or some sort of a training guide on a subject, and they provide a lot of value to the reader. They usually are anywhere from 20 to 100 pages long. They can be longer. I've seen some of them go 150 or 200 pages. Of course, those are really long. Most people won't read an ebook that's that long. But they average anywhere from 20 to 100 pages usually in length. And they're usually formatted, really well. And they got graphics in them. They give the presentation, this is something that they should have had to pay for. In other words, you take extra care in creating the ebook as opposed to the short report, the free report, that you want the ebook to be seen as something they normally would have had to pay for. They're great incentives, and they do involve a little more work on your part, especially if you're going to create the ebook yourself. The free reports, they're really quick and easy to do. Anybody can knock out a 5 to 20 page report, in a good 1 day, 2 days max. But a full ebook, could take you, several days, or depending on the actual topic you're working on or what the ebook's actually about, it could take, a week or a couple weeks. Videos are also a really good lead magnet, and all it takes to offer videos is, to upload some videos to a server somewhere and provide the access to that server in exchange for their email address. Videos offer a really great way to engage the audience and make your business seem really professional. In today's list building, people prefer the videos over PDFs, but some people still like PDFs. So, if it's possible and you feel like doing it, you could also offer a PDF transcript to go along with the video, or you could offer a PDF that's tightly related to the videos. May not be exactly word for word what the videos are, but that offers more value. And again, offering both of those at the same time again stresses something that they should have had to pay for, that you're giving them for free for subscribing to your list. And then you have the e-courses, and an e-course is a series of emails that provide instruction or training on a particular topic or subject. Ebooks or e-courses are really effective because it means that the emails become the incentive in themselves. E-courses really are probably one of the best lead magnets, in that if they're exciting enough, they actually train your subscribers to go to their inbox and look for emails from you. So by the time they're finished with your e-course, they're in the habit of looking for emails from you in their inbox. And even after the e-course is completely finished, they still retain that habit of looking for emails from you in their inbox. So not a lot of people do e-courses anymore. Most people now, they take a e-course and just combine it all into one short report or even a full ebook and just offer it all at once. And that has its advantages too, in that you're not making them wait on the content, but you also lose that last part I was talking about, where you're actually training your subscriber to go to their inbox and look for emails from you. That is probably the best advantage to an e-course, is that you are putting your subscribers in the training mode to go to their inbox and look for emails from you. Even, like I said, after the e-course is completely finished, they will still continue to do that. Software is another great lead magnet that you can use. And software, there's just tons of it out now that you can either get giveaway rights to it, or there's lots of it out now that can be rebranded. There's some of it that's, they term it as PLR, that you can use. And they offer a lot of value to the subscriber, in that they're viewed as something that they can actually use, something that's going to help them to do something. You can give them access to the software either directly, it's something that they can run on their desktops, or it could be something that could be like a web app that runs in their browser. And people, like I said, they actually like software over any of the other types of lead magnets, because it actually is something that they can use, that they can actually see it do something when they click on it and start it up. So software has a real high perceived value, because it is seen as something that it's actually going to do something for you. It also automatically is perceived in the subscribers' eyes as something they should have had to pay for, that you're giving them for free. So that's an extra advantage to giving software away as a lead magnet. And then a resource list, and often these are called hot sheets as well. And I done a training on hot sheets last year that went into more in depth about what hot sheets are. But basically what a resource list is a comprehensive list of resources that offer value, because it saves the user time in having a really handy list of resources ready for them to use at any time when they need it. They can just pull up your resource list, and they have the links to everything that they would need in that particular topic or niche. Resource lists are probably the easiest lead magnets to create. You can create a resource list in a couple hours to a half a day, is about all it takes. Because all you're doing is just using search engines and going to forums and blogs and just generating a list of links to resources that are on a particular topic. And curating a list like this, like I said, saves the person a lot of time in the, especially if you go the extra steps to, try to section it out and organize it somewhat, instead of just creating a whole bunch of links that just are randomized. If you actually try to organize it some way, it really becomes a handy little tool for people that are joining your list, that are interested in a particular niche, to have a resource list like this. And like I said, these are the easiest ones to create, and anybody can do these, because all it is, it's basically doing some searching in the search engines and finding links and just making a list of those links, and maybe offering a quick 1 or 2 line description about what that link is about. Now, let's talk about getting ideas for lead magnets. There's several different ways that you can get ideas on what to create a lead magnet about. The first thing you'd want to do is find out where the people in the niche are hanging out and congregating. And this is usually forums or blogs, and it could be Facebook groups or fan pages. Basically, you could go to any search engine and just type in the niche and then forums or niche plus blogs, and you'll find them. You can go on Facebook and just do a search for a keyword in the niche and find groups like that and fan pages as well. And all you got to do is, is just either join or set up an account on those places just so that you can hang out there and just, monitor it for a few days and just see what the people are talking about inside that particular community that you've joined. Now, once you've done this, you want to participate a little bit in the niche and then just take notes of what people ask for the most. After you've been on any forum or blog or Facebook group for a while, you'll start to notice people asking the same questions over and over and over again. And that's the ones you want to make note of, ones that people are asking a lot about. And plus, by monitoring it for a little while before you create your lead magnet, you'll actually have the answer to the questions that people are asking. You just got to just copy and format it into, like I said, either a free report or even a full ebook if you wanted to, or make a video about it. It would be really easy to create a top 10 questions asked list and then either create a short report or a video set answering those questions. And all it takes is just hanging out where the people in your niche are at and just, making note of the questions they ask and then the answers that they get back from those questions. Another way you can get ideas is go to Amazon and look for best-selling books and just type in the keyword in your niche and look for books that are selling in that niche. And then in Amazon, you can most of the books there you can preview them, which means you get to see the chapter list. Just go through the chapter list and just make notes of some of the chapter titles. That'll give you a great idea for creating little quick lead magnets from the topics that are listed as chapter points in books. Another way to get really good ideas and ones that are for sure going to work and make money for you is to go to dummies.com and look for topics that are related to your niche that they've already created a book. Dummies.com, they do a lot of research before they create one of their books. So if they create a book on a topic, it's pretty much guaranteed there's money to be made in that niche, or they wouldn't have went to all the effort to research and create a book and then advertise it the way they do. So that's probably one of the best ways to get started, but you may not be able to find one exactly on what you're wanting there. It may be something that's just related to the niche that you're in, but maybe not exactly what you was wanting to create some sort of a lead magnet about. The absolute best way to get spot on target of what people want is to participate in the place where they hang out and just find out, what they're asking for, and just make notes of that, what they're asking for, and then people that reply to them back with the questions, the answers to their questions, just make notes of those answers as well. You can curate all that into a really quick report or a hot sheet in less than a day once you took the time just to monitor it for a little while and just make notes of those. It's really simple once you've done that, just to format it and create a nice little lead magnet from it. And it would be something that people in that niche would want, because most of those questions that are being asked and are going to be the ones that people in that niche that are be coming to your squeeze page will be interested in. When they see that that's listed on there as what they're going to get from the gift that you're going to give them, they're definitely going to be interested and be willing to join your list because they know that's something that they're interested in. Now, here's just a few tips I want to give you on lead magnets themselves when you get one created and get ready to start using it. The first thing is you never want to send the subscriber directly to the download page after they've opted into your list. You always want to tell them they must check their email to get the gift and have the actual download link in the first email that you send them. And the reason why you want to do that is you want to first off get them in the habit of going back to their inbox to look for emails from you. If you send them, redirect them directly to a download page after they opt in, they may never go to their email to look for an email from you. So it's always best to send them to a thank you or some sort of intermediate page first, and on that page tell them they have to go to their email inbox to get the link for the download. The next thing is if you could create some sort of a 3 to 7 part autoresponder series of emails that just pulls out specific points or areas of interest in the lead magnet and just reminds them to go back and make sure that they read that part or watched that part of that video, or if it's a piece of software that they use that option or whatever it might be. Just create some sort of little short series of emails that just points out specific areas of interest about the lead magnet, just to make sure if they've read the lead magnet or watched the videos, whatever it might be, or used the piece of software. And again, this helps enforce to them that that you've given them something of good quality that they can use, and it helps build that know, like, and trust in that you have provided them with something that's useful, not something that was just thrown together real quick that you don't really care about. And then in this set of emails you're sending them, you really don't want to try to push selling anything, but it's okay if you wanted to suggest either other products of your own or affiliate products. And what I mean by suggest is it may be that your lead magnet you created, the free report or whatever, might be just enough to get the interest peaked in the topic, but then there's other products that maybe they're your own or other affiliate products that would answer the question even more. And you could word it in a way like, if you need more info on this topic or this question, here's a great resource I found, and give a link to some other product. In other words, you don't want to make each email that you send out talking about the same exact product over and over and over again and really pushing it. You just want to make suggestions that if they can get more info in another place if they need it. A great way to do this is in the PS links. PS links work really good for this on an email. Just at the very end, like I said, word it in a way that if you want more information on this particular area, and then suggest a link to somewhere else. And then the last thing is always monetize the gift if possible with links to other products, but you want to do this sparingly and don't want to appear spammy. I've seen lots of free reports that people will give as lead magnets, and they will just be every other paragraph have a link to something in it that's an affiliate link. And it's obvious to the person that opted into your list that gets some sort of a gift like that you're trying to push something else when they see that many links. But having 2 or 3 in there and just suggesting another product that has more information or goes more in depth or can answer more questions, is perfectly fine to do, and something you should do. A great thing to do, especially with free reports and ebooks, is after the first couple of pages where you introduce the topic and then maybe have an introduction, you could have a page after that has a 1-page add to something else that offers more information, or you could have a page at the very end of the report. With video, it's kind of hard to do monetization of videos unless you're going to do it on the page where the video is actually embedded. You could do it there, but it kind of looks funny to go to a video that has banner ads all over it, so it's not as good to do that. The best way to do it with video, if you were going to do that, would be at the end of the video have like a quick 30-second, 1-minute promo for something else, and then maybe have it on a page where you have a time banner that shows up at near the end of the video. That would be the best way to do it with video. With the short reports and the ebooks, like I said, having 2 or 3 links in it to something else that either you're selling or an affiliate product is perfectly fine. And then strengthening that with a little short autoresponder series of 3 or 5 or 7 emails works great for offering them more information but not really pushing a product on them. The whole idea behind a lead magnet is you're wanting to get the new subscriber good information, something that's really going to help them or answer a question for them right off the bat, and give them the impression, that you really want to provide value to them, instead of just trying to offer them something that you can tell was just thrown together real quick, and you're wanting to get them onto a list so you can start blasting them with email ads every single day about something else for sale. the first few days that somebody's on your email list is the most crucial, and then that's when they're going to decide whether they want to continue reading your emails or not. So if you were to craft out, a good small series of emails that goes right hand in hand with the free gift that you gave them, like I said, it will build the know, like, and trust and the credibility in you really quick just by taking that little extra step of creating just a few emails that talk about the free gift, just reminding them to go back over it again in case they miss parts of it. Okay, so that was my presentation on lead magnets. Like I said, that's a question I get occasionally about how to make a good lead magnet and what makes a good lead magnet. So hopefully that little bit of training there gives you a little more insight on how to go about creating one and what should be contained in one. The easiest thing to create is the resource list, or some people call them hot sheets. Those are the absolute easiest to do. The only thing you have to do with those is do a little bit of research, is to culminate several links in a particular topic, and then just organize them in a way, so they're good, organized, presentable fashion. Those are the absolute easiest to create, and people view them, as having a lot of value because it saves them a lot of time just to have the list of links handy that they can just pull up your list and go right to the section that answers some of their questions. Michael says, thank you very much. You're very welcome, Michael. I hope that helps you some in creating gifts for list building. List building is something that everybody should be working on, and it's getting really, really hard to find good gifts that you entice them to stay interested in you after they've subscribed. A lot of people want to go the PLR route and just offer something else that's already been done for them, and that doesn't have as much value to new subscribers if they see it being offered in other places as well. Now, depending on what it is, I mean, like a set of videos or a piece of software could maybe still hold value, even though others may be giving out that same exact thing. But when you go to the extra steps, create a unique report or an ebook or a resource list or a hot sheet, whichever one you want to call it, that shows that you're really taking an interest in a niche and you may be somebody that they need to listen to, and it builds the credibility factor really quick. Of course, says for an email autoresponder, you could create a story using AIDA, using the soft sell method once you've created. Yep, exactly. That's another way of doing it, is using the attention, information, desire, and interest. Let's see, I've said that wrong. Attention, interest, desire, and action is what AIDA stands for. You could actually segment that out into each one of your emails and have each email lead to the next one. You'll see in a lot of emails that the very last line in will say, and tomorrow we'll be talking about, and it gives them an idea about what the next email that they're going to get is be talking about. So, that's another great way of, like Roy is saying, to lead them through the AIDA format of, soft selling them onto, a product that you're wanting to promote. Okay, so you guys have any questions on lead magnets? Has anybody created their own lead magnet? That's probably one of the hardest things to get started with. People wonder what makes a good lead magnet and how to create one. And that's why I wanted to do that little presentation out to give you some idea about what you should have in one, and then tell you about the absolute easiest one to create. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming to the call tonight. We'll have another call next week. If you need me, you know how to get a hold of me. The email, you can send me emails. If you're in the Facebook group, you can get me there. If you're on the Skype, you can catch me on Skype. But y'all have a great week, and thanks for coming.